Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, America? Kevin Jackson here. Glad you're with me. KJRadio.com is what you're listening to. And I couldn't be happier than to have you here. Seriously. And here's why I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to get all ethnic on you in just for a minute. We got a black Surgeon General. Yeah, that racist Donald Trump. How dare he appoint a black Surgeon General? Do you know who Jerome is? I got to call me Jerome. Dr. Jerome Adams, Vice President Mike Pence swore in the new Surgeon General. Jerome Adams previously served as health commissioner for the state of Indiana. 3 years after being named to his former position by the very same man, Pence swore him in as a Surgeon General of Indiana. He will serve as the country's 20th Surgeon General. Sylvia Trent Adams had held the role as acting Surgeon General since Vivek Murthy was relieved of the position by President Donald Trump. I want to see white folks on the left try to poke a hole in this one. Ooh, Dr. Jerome. Oh, man. I'm sure the guy's eminently qualified. Congratulate. I'm presuming. It's a figurehead role. He says he's going to work on the opioid addiction, which I know is near and dear to Donald Trump's heart. It's something that the left has been talking about. But the bigger significance is Donald Trump is a racist, right? And he appoints Jerome. I mean, what next? Tyrone to something? Pookie, dare I say, gets a presidential role of some sort? Jerome. There is no doubt about this name. If it were a white dude, it would be Jerry. Come on now. Give me the preaching. I'll get in that voice. Anyway, I'm happy to see Dr. Jerome Adams get bumped up. And, again, I don't think Trump does figurehead stuff. I bet you also he said to Mike Pence, hey, look, let's fill some slots. But, here's the thing. The left will let him fill a slot like that, but they don't want his judges. They don't want his other administrative appointments because Trump is draining the swamp. I love it. He was already confirmed by the Senate earlier in the month after he was nominated. And he referenced President Trump during his confirmation. He said this, to borrow a phrase from our president, let's all work together to make American health great again. I love it. Make American health great again. So it's still MAGA, but it's MAGA, MAHGA. MAGA. He should get hats that say that. Make American health great again. Because it's not great right now. What else we got? This story. We got a couple of stories that I think are pretty interesting for this coming up this hour. Yeah, let's decide. What do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Awan? Debbie Wasserman Schultz is awash in scandal. She tried to get Capitol Hill police to release a computer that was under investigation by the FBI that they were holding because I believe these Awan brothers were holding the Democrats hostage. They were extorting the country. I believe the Awan brothers were leaking secrets. I believe when it's all said and done, we're going to find out what these guys did was just unbelievably corrupt, probably got people killed in the field. We had essentially members of the Muslim Brotherhood in control of our server. There's no telling what's on our American servers now, what people can get to. What's Iran got access to? Pakistan and other Middle Eastern countries that hate us, want to do us harm. But the Democrats, we're going to be politically correct. We're going to hire some Arabs, some Muslims. I have no problem with Arabs. Zero. I do have a problem with Muslims. And I know they want to make the distinction between the good ones and the bad ones. That's like making a distinction. There's some good liberals, Kevin. How so? So you go, Kevin, this liberal here, he would never molest a child, but he supports policies that would allow for molesters of children to flourish. Groups like NAMBLA. Yeah, Kevin, he would never do this to a woman. Yeah, but he supports policies that degrade women, that marginalize women, that marginalize blacks, that marginalize Hispanics, that marginalize Christians, and I could go on. Don't try to get people out of stuff by going, well, he wouldn't exactly do so-and-so and this and that. He's not directly involved. You don't have to be directly involved. The people who watch crime occur are just as guilty. He didn't actually steal, but he was with them. He didn't shoot the guy, but he kicked in the door. I mean, do I need to go on? Anyway, we have that to discuss if you want. Because the Awan brothers, there's some interesting developments here. This has far-reaching implications for the left, as does the investigation of Donald Trump for the Russians. How's that going, by the way? Any chance of impeachment for Donald Trump? Have we had any talk of impeachment? You know, every time we hear about Mueller, it's like, oh, you know, Donald Trump wanted to build a building in Moscow. Really? A builder? Wanted to build a building in Moscow? The nerve. You know, what else? Oh, what else we got? Alyssa Milano. You remember her? She played in that TV series Charmed, The Witches. Psst, little did we know. She's a witch. Inner demons that girl has, man. Wow. You know, it's funny. I watch these Holly weirdos go crazy, and there's a part of me that wants to I want to get a megaphone and just say, shut up, all of you. I just want to shut them down. Don't you? Come on. I know I'm not alone. Raise your hand. If you're driving, don't raise your hand. But if you're not driving, okay, if you're driving, just raise one hand quick. I want to get them. I want to let them know you don't count. We don't care about your opinions. I mean, it doesn't drive me crazy in the sense of, oh, like I'm obsessed, like, you know, what's that movie, Fatal Attraction? I'm not that obsessed, but it bugs me that they think there's so much. I just want to get in their face and go, do you honestly think we give a crap about you? I want to ignore them at a restaurant. They hate that.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.